Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Autocar India Quick News. But before we begin, please do subscribe to our channel if you haven't already and make sure that the bell icon is active so you will be notified of all our uploads. The Auto Expo 2023 is just around the corner, and that means some exciting cars are set to make their appearances. Chief among them is news from Maruti Suzuki, who is set to display 16 models at the expo. The big news, however, will be two new SUVs, the 5-door Jimny and a Baleno-based SUV Coupe. But the center of attraction for the show would be the unveiling of Maruti Suzuki's electric SUV, codenamed YY8, which will be the brand's first all-electric model. The YY8 concept is expected to boast a radical and futuristic design language that will be completely different from the company's current range of ICE cars. It will measure over 4.2 meters in length and will have a wheelbase of 2,700 millimeters, making it a Creta-sized all-electric SUV. There are likely to be two battery pack options, a 48 kWh with an estimated range of 400 km and a 59 kWh unit that will claim a range of 500 km. The electric SUV will come in both two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive configurations, although it's not clear if the all-wheel drive version will be offered in India. Power outputs are expected to be in the range of 138 horsepower to 170 horsepower. This model, along with its Toyota counterpart, is due to launch in January to February of 2025 and would mark the start of the company's EV journey. Sources say that Maruti Suzuki is targeting a price range of 13 lakhs to 15 lakh rupees for the YY8. The Baleno-based SUV that is rumored to be called the Baleno Cross is essentially the production version of the Futuro E concept that was shown at the 2020 Delhi Auto Expo. It'll most likely be built on Maruti's Heartect platform and will be powered by Suzuki's 1-liter booster jet turbo petrol engine. Sources also say that the 5-door Jimny and the Baleno Cross are likely to bring in additional sales of over 2.5 to 3 lakh vehicles in 2023 to 2024. Due to the lack of SUV options, Maruti Suzuki's market share has dropped down considerably. Other models that are set to be showcased at the Auto Expo 2023 include the WagonR Flex Fuel prototype and Maruti's customized range of existing products like the Grand Vitara, XL6, Ciaz, Ertiga, Brezza, Baleno and Swift, among others. The next generation Kia Carnival MPV is also set to be showcased at the Auto Expo 2023. Although the 4th generation Carnival has been on sale globally since 2020, it will be making its India debut in the coming year. The new Carnival will sport a more SUV-ish look with its angular lines and squared-off stance. It features the brand's signature tiger nose grille with a diamond pattern flanked by sleek headlights. It gets a prominent chrome finish for the lower air intake and a 4 skid plate that adds to its SUV-like look. A prominent character line that runs the length of the MPV, linking the headlight and the taillight, is a notable design element. It also gets chrome fin for the C pillar, and the A, B and D pillars are finished in black, creating what Kia calls an island roof. At the rear, the Carnival gets LED lights linked by large LED light bars. On the inside, the new Carnival's minimalistic design is dominated by two 12.3-inch displays, one for the instrument cluster and the other for the touchscreen infotainment system. The new cabin is even more practical with more storage spaces. The new Carnival is loaded with features, with a higher spec variant getting features like 3-zone climate control, powered front seats, wireless charger, premium sound system, and safety equipments like lane departure warning, forward collision assist, and multiple airbags. The Indian version will most likely carry on the 2.2-liter diesel engine from the outgoing model. Hyundai showcased the Ioniq 5 electric crossover in a spectacular fashion at the Gateway of India, Mumbai. The Ioniq 5 is slated to be launched at the Auto Expo 2023 and bookings are now open at a price of 1 lakh rupees. The Ioniq 5 sports a retro styling which is characterized by its sharp lines, flat surfaces and an SUV-ish stance, but with highly raked windscreens. The front and rear lights gets a pixelated look and the 20-inch aero-optimized alloy wheels feature a turbine-like design. The Ioniq 5 will be offered in 3 color variants: Gravity Gold Matte, Optic White and Midnight Black Pearl. On the inside, the Ioniq 5 follows a minimalist approach. It has a flat floor, flexible seats and movable center console. Hyundai has used sustainable materials like fabrics made out of recycled plastic and eco-friendly leather for the upholstery. The Ioniq 5 gets a pair of 12.3-inch screens for the instrument cluster and the touchscreen infotainment system, a head-up display with augmented reality functions and ADAS. Furthermore, it also gets a vehicle-to-load function with an output of 3.6 kilowatts that can power up electrical appliances like laptops, phones and other devices. At the event, this function was used to power the lights that illuminated the Gateway of India. Hyundai hasn't revealed any powertrain details yet, but the Ioniq 5 is expected to be equipped with a 72.6 kWh battery, which will give it an ARAI certified range of 631 km on a single charge. The Ioniq 5 is available in rear-wheel drive configurations, with its electric motor producing 217 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque. The IONIQ 5 is capable of supporting super-fast 800-watt charging, which can charge the battery from 10% to 80% in 18 minutes. You can check out Renuka's walk-around video of the IONIQ 5 from the event on our channel. At the Auto Expo 2023, Hyundai is also set to showcase a third EV offering and the new Car of the Year winner, the IONIQ 6. The brand has not confirmed if the IONIQ 6 will be available in India, but from what we can understand, the showcasing is meant to gauge consumer interest. Before marking its first ever attendance at the Auto Expo, Lexus India has teased the upcoming 5th generation RX SUV ahead of its India debut. Lexus has confirmed that the upcoming SUV will be available in 2 variants and will be its first model to get connected car technology. The India Spec RX is expected to get the 350h variant that gets a 2.5-litre engine with strong hybrid tech and is capable of producing 245 horsepower and 324 Nm of torque. Lexus India has launched the LX500D in India at an ex-showroom price of 2.82 crores, with deliveries expected to start between January and March of 2023. Lexus is set to showcase the LX500D along with the upcoming RX at the Auto Expo 2023. The Lexus LX500D gets a butch yet stylish design with an upright body replete with squared-out wheel arches and large alloy wheels. The LX gets a unique Lexus design cues like the large Lexus signature grille and the headlamp design. While the LX500D does resemble the Land Cruiser LC300 in profile, it gets slightly different rear quarter windows. At the back, the LX sports a connected light bar and gets Lexus lettering on the tailgate instead of the logo. Inside, the Lexus 500D gets a twin-screen setup with the upper 12.3-inch unit functioning as the infotainment system and the lower 7-inch showing off-road data as well as climate control functions. It also has an 8-inch multi-information display in the instrument cluster. Rear seat passengers will also get 2 11.6-inch touchscreens with wireless remote control. The LX500D comes in a 5 and 7-seat configuration globally, but India will only get the 5-seat configuration. The LX500D gets the same 3.3-litre twin-turbo V6 diesel engine as the latest Land Cruiser. The engine produces 309 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque and is mated to a 10-speed automatic gearbox. The LX gets all-wheel drive as standard, along with multi-terrain modes for off-roading. It also gets multiple drive modes: Normal, Eco, Comfort, Sport S Plus, and a custom mode. As opposed to the previous generation LX, Lexus will only be bringing the diesel LX500D variant and not the LX600 petrol to India. In line with the new tax laws for SUVs above 4 meters, Mahindra will soon give the Thar 2 new powertrain options: a 1.5-litre diesel and a 2-litre turbo petrol engine. This new addition will also help the Thar qualify for a lower tax bracket since it's under 4 meters long. The 1.5-litre engine in the Thar is the same engine as the Marazzo, that is a 1497cc unit churning out 117 horsepower. This engine will also be mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox only, and there will not be an automatic on offer. Additionally, this engine along with the 2-litre petrol variant will only come with 2-wheel drive and not the 4-wheel drive gear that is seen on more expensive variants. The 2-litre turbo petrol engine variant will be mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox, and an automatic version will also not be offered. Along with excluding 4-wheel drive and also replacing the 2.2-litre diesel with a smaller, less excise-attracting 1.5-litre unit, could help Mahindra price the Thar 1.5 2-wheel drive below the 10 lakh rupee mark, at least for the entry-level variant. This could also give Mahindra a competitive advantage over the upcoming Maruti Jimny, which is expected to have a starting price slightly upwards of 10 lakh rupees. Sources tell us that the Thar 2-wheel drive with the smaller 1.5-litre diesel and the 2-litre turbo petrol will go on sale sometime in January of 2023, which is also the same month when Maruti Suzuki will take the wraps off the 5-door Jimny at the Auto Expo 2023. Mahindra, however, will not have a presence at the Auto Expo this time around. Hyundai and Kia models in India will soon be replacing the existing 1.4-litre turbo petrol unit that is found on the Creta, Seltos and Carens with a new 1.5-litre turbo petrol engine. The 140 horsepower, 242 Nm 1.4-litre turbo petrol engine has contributed a reasonable share of sales for the Creta, Seltos and Carens. However, this engine was fully imported, but the new 1.5-litre turbo petrol engine, according to sources, is set to be assembled in India. This will give the new engine a cost advantage, which will likely bring down the prices of the models it's offered in. The new 1.5-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine unit that is offered in global models like the i30 and the Kia Ceed is capable of producing 160 horsepower and 253 Nm of peak torque, and comes paired to a 48-volt mild hybrid system, making it not just more powerful than its outgoing model, but the most powerful engine in its segment. Our sources, however, have said that the mild hybrid tech will not be offered in India. Internationally, this engine is offered with either a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. However, it remains to be seen what gearbox option Hyundai and Kia will offer with their models. The new engine is set to make its debut in the facelifted versions of the Creta and the Seltos. Now, moving on to some bike news. Hero has launched the Xpulse 200T 4V in India at an ex-showroom price of 1,25,726 rupees. The Hero Xpulse 200T 4V uses the same engine as the Xpulse 200 4V, which means it has a 199.6cc air and oil-cooled engine that makes 19.1 horsepower at 8,500 rpm and 17.3 Nm of torque at 6,500 rpm. The engine is also mated to a 5-speed gearbox. The Xpulse 200T 4V gets a 37mm telescopic fork and a 7-speed adjustable monoshock suspension setup. Braking duties are handled by a 276mm front disc and a 220mm rear disc mated to single-channel ABS. Considering that this is a more road-based version of the Xpulse, the 200T 4V rolls on 17-inch cast alloy rims at both ends. Shod with tubeless rubber sized 100x80 17 for the front and 130x70 R17 for the rear. Aesthetically, compared to the Xpulse 200 4V, the 200T gets a color-matched fly screen up front, an LED headlight that's positioned lower, fog gaiters, and a tubular grab rail. It also comes in 3 colors: Sports Red, Matte Funk Lime Yellow, and Matte Shield Gold. The feature list also includes the same Bluetooth-compatible digital LCD cluster found on other Xpulse models that can display navigation and notification alerts. Other features include USB charger, side stand cutoff, and a gear indicator. Bajaj Auto has launched the Platina 110 ABS for an ex-showroom price of 72,224 rupees. This makes the Platina 110 to become the first model in the 100 to 110cc segment to feature ABS. Apart from the single-channel ABS, Bajaj has also given the Platina 110 a new digital speedometer which features ABS indicator, gear position indicator, and gear change indicator. The Platina 110 ABS is offered in 4 color options: Ebony Black, Gloss Pewter Grey, Cocktail Wine Red, and Sapphire Blue. The Bajaj Platina 110 ABS is powered by a 115.45cc single-cylinder engine that puts out 8.6 horsepower at 7,000 rpm and 9.81 Nm at 5,000 rpm via a 5-speed gearbox. As part of its year-end sale, Kawasaki is offering a 10,000 rupee discount on its most popular model, the Kawasaki Ninja 300. Till December 31st, the Ninja 300 will be offered at a price of 3.4 lakh rupees. The 296cc parallel twin liquid-cooled mill is good for 39 horsepower at 11,000 rpm and 26.1 Nm of torque at 10,000 rpm. A 6-speed gearbox is mated to a slipper clutch that is also present here. Suspension duties are handled by a telescopic fork and monoshock. And the Baby Ninja also features dual-channel ABS. Ola Electric has announced that its MoveOS 3.0 update will reach all S1 and S1 Pro electric scooters in a week's time. The MoveOS 3 update brings with it many features that were promised much earlier, including hill hold assist, moods, proximity alerts, and regenerative braking. But the most important feature now added to the S1 scooter lineup is the addition of fast charging capability. Ola claims that when plugged into a fast charger, the S1 e-scooter can get nearly 50 km of range in just 15 minutes. With the MoveOS 3.0 update, Ola claims that the scooter can go for more than 200 days without being charged when put on vacation mode. Through profile sharing, the electric scooter can be shared with others without divulging the passcode. A feature that hasn't been seen before is the party mode, wherein lights on the scooter will flash in sync with any song you play. Ola claims that this update also brings much faster touch response, lower battery usage during periods of non-usage, improved connectivity, faster home charging times, and a more accurate estimate of charging times. We will be testing these features soon to find out how much of it translates into the real world, so stay tuned for that. The Move 3.0 brings updates that also help improve the mechanical aspects like the much-awaited hill hold feature. This will allow the scooter to rest on an inclined surface with just the tap of the brake lever. The S1 e-scooter is now capable of sensing when it's on an incline and automatically applies the brakes. Another addition to the feature list are the 3 levels of regenerative braking, which increases the regen functionality progressively, allowing the scooter to accumulate the energy used while slowing down and incrementally charge the battery. With that, we conclude this week's quick news. Thank you for watching and wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Join us next week.